Hi girls, so let's see the next illustration, that is illustration number 14. Again it is a problem on net GST payable. So this problem is slightly different, wherein you have to first of all calculate your transaction value, and then based on that you're going to calculate your output tax liability and then your input tax credit. Alright, so let's see the detailing of this problem, illustration number 14. So Miss Shweta Limited, registered dealer situated in Pune, has purchased raw material from a local registered dealer for rupees 50,000 and paid consultation fees of rupees 8,000, spent storage cost of rupees 4,000, transportation cost of rupees 6,000, wages of rupees 10,000 and packaging cost rupees 12,480. Calculate the net GST payable if she sells goods locally at a profit of rupees 20,50,000. Assume that CGST is 6% and SGST is 6%. So always look into the details of the problems, girls, so that you analyze as to what has to be calculated, what is required or what is needed. But then here it is very clearly made a mention in the problem that you are supposed to calculate the net GST payable. So to arrive at the net GST payable, you need certain detailing, as it is I told you in the previous problem that you have to know your output tax liability and your input tax liability. For that you need to calculate and get to know what your transaction value. So it depends from problem to problem. In certain problems it is given, in certain problems it is not given. So when it is given, how it has to be calculated, you all know, and when it is not given, you have to take into consideration all the detailing given and then arrive at whatever is the detailing needed, and then based on the details you have to calculate your net GST payable. So let's see according to this problem. So what are the details that which is given for you? So they have given you a lot of details on your total cost. For calculation of your total cost they have given. They have even given you the profits. So you know according to format how to go about calculating the transaction value. So let's see that. Firstly, the cost of the raw material is given as it is given in the problem is 50,000. So you can see that the raw materials of locally registered dealer for rupees 50,000. Okay, so 50,000 is taken into consideration. The next thing is about the payment of consultation fees to the extent of 8,000. So we are adding that also, 8,000 consultation fees. Then spent storage cost, and that is to the extent of 4,000. So storage cost also is added, 4,000. Then transportation cost 6,000. So transportation cost 6,000 also is added. Then wages is equal to 10,000. So wages of 10,000 is also added. And then packaging cost, okay, of rupees 12,480. So that is also added. So with all this additions, you can see the next detailing is about the profit. So first of all you take the total of this, or to this if you add the profit blindly also is fine. So your total cost is first of all calculated, and that comes to the extent of 90,480 in this problem, and then to that you are adding the profit. So according to the format you have to add the profit to the total cost that you are incurring in the sale of a product. So therefore you're adding the profits after that. So 20,50,000 is added. So you are arriving now at the transaction value as 21,40,480. Okay, so this is your transaction value. So now based on your transaction value only you are able to calculate what is called as your output tax liability. So this is what is your exact sale amount, girls. Okay, so output tax liability is calculated on the sale amount. So you have to calculate taking into consideration this transaction value only, because in this problem nowhere it is given that the goods were sold at this particular cost, but rather they have given you all the details in order to calculate the selling cost, isn't it? So that is nothing but your transaction value. Alright, so now we have arrived at what is called as a transaction value, and that is 21,40,000. Then now you have to calculate your net GST payable. So in order to calculate your net GST payable, the usual format, output tax liability minus the input tax credit. So first of all, to calculate your output tax liability, so we know the CGST percentage and the SGST percentage is given as 6% and 6% in the problem. So therefore now we also know the transaction value, the sale cost. So therefore output tax liability is calculated on the sale cost into the CGST percentage. So 21,40,480, I've taken the amount from here into 6 divided by 100 is equal to 1,28,429. So this is for CGST. The same way you are calculating for even the SGST. So 21 lakh 40,480 into 6 divided by 100. So 1,28,429. So both these amount you are taking into consideration in the CGST and SGST output tax liability. Okay, so there is nothing as such which is made a mention about IGST. So you need not worry about IGST. So let's see what is done after that. So after that, input tax credit has to be calculated. You have to reduce the input tax credit from the output tax liability. So let us calculate this. So for this you need what? Detailing like the purchases. Okay, so what is purchased? So purchase of raw material, you can see the detailing given in your problem as 50,000. Okay, so that 50,000 you're taking into consideration to calculate your input tax credit. So CGST is 50,000 into 6 divided by 100. We know this, that 6% is given as the GST percentage. So therefore 6% will be 3,000. Again for SGST it is 50,000 into 6% is 3,000. So here they have just considered these 3,000 and 3,000 as it is for whatever is the input tax credit of CGST is considered for the input tax credit of CGST, and SGST is considered for ITC of SGST. So if you minus from 1,28,429 3,000 rupees, you will arrive at 1,25,429. So similarly also for SGST, same amount, 1,28,429 minus 3,000, you are going to arrive at 1,25,429. So this is your net GST payable. Alright, so if you have any doubts, you can always clarify. Thank you.